most truths.
Shalom, folk, plural. Greetings. We're going to check this first. Oh, well, that's not working. So get rid of that. Hello, everyone. Not a very long one. Just, you know, to embarrass some of the globlings. We can hope. You know, it's not really likely to work. But give me a second. While I separate the chat, greetings everyone. Oh, first, huge thank you to Anthony Zaka. I know who you are, mate. And Dave Hinkle, also know you. New Patreons, they want the magnetic declination map. So, thanks, guys. Okay, let me just fiddle. Right, got it. I've got the Windows set just right. And, Google Earth open. Great. Okay, so, excuse me. And display capture. Where's display capture? There it is. Okay, dokie. Okay. Let's go to Google Earth. This is Google Earth, the most exact and correct, well, mapping of planet Earth there's ever been. You know, because the Earth is a ball, and you can model it on a ball. A CGI ball, not quite on a physical ball. It doesn't kind of work, but on the CGI ball where you can scroll as much as the program tells you to scroll, as much as is necessary. Hey, hold on, what's this? What's this red circle there in Antarctica? Oh, what is that? Because there's a circle there in the mainland of Antarctica. Why is that there? Forget that red line. Never mind that. Why is that circle there? Well, this is what happened. True story. Can close that now. No, don't save. Okay. True story. So, I was looking at the comments from the EQ mount video when I come across this fella, Will Voigt. When you rather believe in poor quality video animation, what you mean like NASA, than things you can see with your own eyes, then there is something wrong with you. Go out, mate. Never mind capitalizing the start of sentences. Go out, mate. Leave your cell and look at nature with your own eyes instead of somebody else's. Full stop, no capital. Go to Liverpool Harbour and watch the ferries leaving. Full stop, no capital. Use marine traffic with capitals to check the distance. And that's why I thought I'd do this hangout. Because it's just rakes, rakes, rakes. Everywhere, rakes. The globlings, no matter where they step, punk. A rake comes and whacks them straight in face. So, next we go to marine traffic. This is marine traffic. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? It's beautiful. Look, are you still here? Yes, I'm still here, don't worry. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, and let's just scroll down on this map. Hey, what is this? Fishing in the land mass of Antarctica where you showed on Google Earth. Wait, I should do that QMV thing. Good gosh, looks like there's a fishing boat. The information received recently through satellite. See? Position received via satellite. It's farther south than this one, whose position was also received via satellite. Somehow the satellite must have got confused and thought that this was about 1,000 miles farther south than that one, when really it must be right next to it, maybe, I don't know. Your globe can't depict it. So it has to use a Mercator map. That's interesting. When you show a Mercator map, somehow there's 1,000-mile distance here between these two. What do you mean, Antonio? I mean 1,000-mile distance. Okay, let's go to Africa. Look, I'll show you what I mean. If between here and here there's 5,000 miles, which there is, okay, we can say there is. There you go. Okay, then, well, from here to here there's 1,000. But now, Antonio, all of this is distorted. See, if you go to the north, look, go to the north, look, it's all distorted. It's distorted. Wait a minute. Hold your horses, Franklin. This would be where the Arctic Circle is. Just here. It skims just above Iceland and over Greenland. Okay? And this would be, well, 1,000 miles here. What I'm showing with my mouse there. Let's look down. Oh, here would be the Antarctic Circle where I'm tracing with my mouse. And, well, this will be approximately 1,000 miles, give or take. Hey, let's pretend it's 500 miles. Okay, let's go to Greenland. Again, here's Greenland. From the Arctic Circle, which is here, let's say that halfway up Greenland is 500 miles. Great, we'll do the same in the south. So, Arctic Circle here, 500 miles. Oh look, 500 miles beyond the Arctic Circle is this ship. Take your pick, place it 1,000 miles away if you want. Information is being received via satellite. It's placing it at a distance away from, well, the satellites, but it's not really satellites, but it's placing it a certain distance away. It's placing it a distance away from all those bases in this region and all the buoys around here. That's right. But that places it in, can you see, the landmass of Antarctica like I showed with Google Earth. Now, would you like to say that's not in Antarctica? You have to have some reason for saying it's not in Antarctica. You have to have some way of showing where it is, if not in Antarctica. In my map, there's a distance that it could be in ocean and not in Antarctica, and fishing ships tend to stay in the ocean. That's where the fish are, and that's where the fishermen can make money by fishing the fish with their fishing vessel. Not by taking it onto a landmass. Not going to catch much fish there. In fact, they're more likely to get shot dead by the military patrolling that region. So, Will Voigt, thank you very much for reminding me to look at marinetraffic.com, which is what I'm looking at right now. See, there, marinetraffic.com. What did the guy say? Marine traffic, that's where I am. And check the distances. Well, it's like this, silly. Can you see how you can't actually check the distances with marine traffic? Look, I can show you right here. If the distances are correct, then that ship, this one, is, well, on dry land. It's a fishing ship. It doesn't have wheels. It doesn't have legs. It's not a hovercraft. It's not been lifted by a helicopter just to help me with a hangout. Okay? It's a ship. Marine traffic doesn't really let you check the distances. How can you establish this? Because if it was showing you the distances, it would be showing you that that ship is in the landmass of Antarctica. It's showing that ship being in the landmass of Antarctica. Its distance would tell you it's on the landmass of Antarctica. And yet, we know by experience that ships stay on the water, that it is not in Antarctica. Do you understand? Gosh, it's so easy. Let me move that. Show you my beautiful rugged face. I hope that was showing properly. Oh no, I think it was showing over my face. Never mind. You've seen me gesticulating. Good. Right, where's the thing? Video. Up. Stupid. Just stop walking. If every step you take, you're landing on a rake, which it looks like you are doing, just stop walking. Or maybe start looking around and shuffle your feet as you walk. Oh, let me... Oh, and I have one more thing. The globe busters, the silly dim-dims. Let me go back and see how that was displaying. Make sure it was showing well enough. Yes, it was. There you go. Okay. Now I'm going to show something else. And it's very simple, and this is for the people who are confused about gyroscopes and what they show and what they don't show and what they should show and what they might show and what, Okay. And people know this, and you know this, you just keep kind of forgetting. Look, okay? Let me make sure I have the thing, camera. Right. Look. I've just placed an axis just to help people mentally to view the globe, what the gyroscope should do on a globe. Okay, this gyroscope has its shaft pointed to the north. Okay, it's pointing to the north at right angles to plumb, as in on a worktop on the floor. It's pointing to north. That's what this looks like. Okay. 12 hours later, it has done a turn round the other side of the globe, but its orientation has to remain as it was set. It was set to north. That does not mean that here it's set to north. It means that here it's set in the same plane. Look, this is the plane in which it is set, and this is the plane that's going to retain or show rigidity in space. Look, it's like a magic trick. Oh, see? This is what has to happen to a gyroscope. Now, just for ease of illustration, here's a 3D cube. Here's 3 axes or 3 directions, okay? There's the X, Y, and Z axis. Here we have a different version showing, well, which direction they move, okay? Here we have a little square, and here it has rotated. Look, okay? It has rotated, rotated. See, I chose a different colour to show. It has, this will work, it has turned, okay, turned, Y, turn, X, turn, but like so, see, like so, which is different to like so, okay, yes, and here it has turned, but it has turned like so, okay, like so. These two are dependent on heading or orientation in which you've set the gyroscope. This one is dependent on location. Explain, please, Antonio. Okay, I will. Look. This is a gyroscope. This is a gyroscope. Its location is the North Pole. This is where this will happen. Okay? Just this on the globe. Because this is dependent on location. How much of this is dependent on location? Now, in the North Pole, it is not going to do this. Okay? It is going to do this at the equator if the shaft is pointing east to west. It will then do this. If at the equator the shaft is pointing like this, it's not going to. It can't do this. Okay? It's the same plane as the wheel. Okay? Right. Now, you're farther north. You're, say, 48 degrees north. Let's say you're 48 degrees north. What's going to happen? Well, if this is pointing north, as the day rolls by, this is going to do this from your point of view. Oh, this is going to happen from your, and that's just this motion. Okay, it's going to do this. Oh, just past vertical. Whilst this is going to go, oh, turn, just past vertical. That's what's going to happen. But you guys, yeah, you haven't stopped long enough to actually think, conceptualize, draw things out, and check. If you have your compass set up at 58, you have this pointing to north. As the day wears on, this region, which is pointing to north when you set it up, but as soon as you start turning, this is going to happen, and as soon as this starts to happen, the angle is going to start shifting to, well, if I do it like this, vertical. Okay, like in the diagram, look, it has gone beyond vertical. Can you see? Beyond vertical. Okay. Once you understand this, you don't need to worry about what gyros are or aren't showing. They have to show this too. Sorry, if they don't show this, they're not showing turning on any kind of globe. And now I'm going to go back to showing this again. This is marine traffic. Here there is a fishing vessel. It's fishing, but it's in the land of Antarctica. Now we pull up Google Earth again. Wait, I have to do the thing. Pull up Google Earth, which I closed, so I will just open it again. We go to where that region is on the planet Earth, and we find that that region on the planet Earth is approximately where the glove is now. How have you determined that, Antonio? Well, I'm using features like this lump here. So you go to this, you go, well, where's that lump? that lump is just here. Can you see? That's that lump. Yes, here. This is where your globe would have it. In fact, if we find a latitude that goes across to, well, this other lump. Let's see if there's that other lump on Google Earth. Yes, this other lump here on Google Earth. So let's pull up a grid. View grid. Here. Just here. Oh, brings it to about here. Interesting. It brings it to about here where my glove is now, where the little Mickey Mouse hand is. Yes, but you see how this is like rock and ice and not any big channel, no river, no. This is Antarctica. It's equivalent to a ship being in the middle of Africa, not on some river. Thank you very much, Will Voigt, master of delusion. Ugh. Right, move this, and now I'm going to go into the chat, and this is not going to be a long one. Just wanted to show, it just made me laugh, and like, oh, poor fools. Poor fools, the Globelings. They are, they're just desperate. So I make a video about the EQ mount, they go freaking nuts, saying, aha, now if you measure the angular distance between the stars that you said, it's like, dude, use your mind and go, look, if instead of a star, in fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pull up the video and I will play some of it. With a drawing. And, wait a second. And the poor dim-dims are going, well, this is a problem, so therefore you must be able to address it with angles. It's angles, okay? And the poor dim-dims don't realise that if you, and they want to address it with angles, here it is. They want to address it with angles so that they don't have to take in more complicated distances like the solar system through space. So I have it here. I'm going to screen share. Give me a second. I think this should be it. No, it isn't. Dagnabbit, it's the wrong one. Give me a second. Here it is. Okay. Right. So I'm going to play, and this time for the dim-dims out there, we're going to say that A, okay, is a galaxy peeking round Betelgeuse. There you go. That's what we'll say. It's a galaxy that's visible from Earth thanks to Betelgeuse, well, bending with its gravity, bending the light of the distant galaxy away from us, peeking from behind Betelgeuse. Now, what people have been arguing, like people like Pulsar X, Mr. I don't quite understand triangles, but I understand the math. That guy. It's like, no, silly, because, and without any thought, engaging with no thought, he starts to rebut. All of this still applies. Everything in that video still applies. Only now, instead of looking at a star of some indeterminate distance away, somehow they can work out the angular distance between those stars, even though I've pointed out that these rays would be diverging, not converging. Now, work out the angular distance traveled by a galaxy. Because now you have to factor in Earth's motion along with the solar system's motion. And now the dim-dims are like, well, that's not fair. That's not what you said on your Hangout. It's like, no, that's what I'm saying now. in your globe theory, you can look at a star and see right next to it the light from a galaxy that's actually behind the star, but whose light is being bent by the star. That galaxy that you can see peeking round the star, and you can see peeking round the star 12 hours later. Go on, go and do your math. Dumbasses. They're just dumbasses. They're just unimaginative, stupid dumbasses. You know, the kind of person that says, why don't you go and look at marine traffic? Like, dude, you should have gone and looked at marine traffic before suggesting that people go and look at marine traffic. Maybe don't mention marine traffic in a channel that's shown how marine traffic has ships in the mainland of Antarctica. For which I have to say, thank Alpha Mind. That was the channel that first brought attention to this. Alpha Mind, a Spanish flat earther. Or Spanish language flat earther, anyway. He's not actually Spanish, he has a foreign accent. But anyway, there you go. There you go. It's just so funny. Now I'm looking at the chat. Chrissy Lane says that was a great video. Which one? This one? Or yesterday's? Hello, Flat Earth, says Waldeck. Hello, Waldeck. Poster X was Fear the Triangle in chat yesterday. Was he really? Oh, the poor Dim Dim. They're just so lost. Just think of it's like, let's imagine a globe being said, hey you, if you think there's no curvature, why don't you go and check at the Bedford level? And we'd go, Flat Earth has checked the Bedford level. Like, it's quite a famous thing. There's no curvature there. Rowbottom demonstrated it. So, yeah, it's like that. And now, like, why don't you check marine traffic? Like, why don't you check marine traffic, dumbass? Yes, anyway, there you go. Good day, all. Nice sharing of the wolf pups yesterday at Antonio. Snakeface, yes, the poor wolf pups. The bear wolves. The bear wolves. I was really hoping that Beowulf would be the monster, but he isn't. He's the hero. You know, Beowulf and Grendel. But anyway, Rune Thorson, what is the point? What is the point the direction angles emanate from in the 3D cube? It's just a central point just to show difference in direction so that I can show a progressive. You can't just show with one drawing the motion. Okay, you have to use a series. So it's like this, right hand rule. Kind of. Okay, although this is my left hand. There's this motion, there's this motion, and there's this motion. So that's what the arrows are for. Just step-by-step progression. And then eventually, flat P's, rotation like this, rotation like this, rotation like this. That's what. Flat Earth Genius. Greetings, sir. How are you? Hey, I found my passport. I'm going to go and pester you, Flat Earth Genius. That's right. Yes, Subgenius. Flat Earth Subgenius Society. I'm going to come and knock on your door one day and say, right, get the basketball. That's what. And then you'll be like, oh, but I haven't tidied up and I'm stoned. Right, never mind that. Get the basketball. Dude, you should have called. My parents aren't going to let you stay here. Like, I'm not staying here. What do you think I am? No wolfies pay for a 5-star hotel. Not really. I'll just stay somewhere else. I don't know. Found my passport. I'd lost my passport, guys. Had a huge freaking deal problem with a Spanish freaking consulate embassy. Kusta writes, Beowulf is also a loudmouth braggart. Yes, he is. Anyway, so had a big palaver with passport, with getting a copy of my passport. Okay, huge deal. Now I found it. It was so interesting how I found it. Just so interesting. I'll tell you the story. It's fascinating. I went for a pee last night and just said to myself, where is my passport? And said to myself, it's in your wash bag. And straight away say, oh my God, yes, that is what it is. So I went and got my wash bag. There it was, my travel wash bag. There it was. So I have my passport, and I will come and pester people. I really will, including Iru Landucci. Knock, knock, knock. Hola, Iru. Whoo! Ghost face. Just wait till a nasty winter starts up and come over to sunny Florida. We are in a nasty winter right now, Rob Diesel. Yeah. I might come and see you. Rob, is Math also there? I heard that Dave Hinkle, there you are. Thank you very much for your patronage. Yeah. I heard that maybe Math Powerland was there. I don't know. But whenever I do, it would be Rob Dissel. Yeah. I might take you up on that. Yes, okay, I thought so. So yes, I'll do that. I want to stay in a cheap motel, like in American road movies. That's where I want to stay, and that's where I will stay. I take my own sheets, take off their sheets, put mine, and in the morning take mine. Yeah. But yeah, I know I'm not a germaphobe. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's a thing. But yeah, it's like, oh, cool, I have my passport. Larry Capolla, Antonio, hazlo en tu canal, pero hazlo. Alberto Pleguezuelos necesita una lección. No va a llegar a ningún lado, Larry. No va a llegar a ningún lado. Igual lo hago, sí que lo haré, pero estará muy defensivo, porque inmediatamente diré, enséñanos vuestro mapa. Porque le he dicho, tú tienes que enseñar un mapa también. No tiene que ser dibujado por tu propia mano, pero tienes que por lo menos presentar el mapa que tú crees que es más adecuado. Y el momento que haga eso, voy a sacar yo un montón de otros Mercator Maps, de otros mapas de la Tierra, y decir, pues cómo es que Australia es de otro tamaño, de otras figuras, de otras formas, ¿qué pasa con vuestros mapas? Ahora venga, criticamos el mío. So, that was for the Spanish speaker in the chat. Regarding a chat I might be having with a Spanish cartographer. He's not a cartographer, he's a geographer, but he's done cartography. Now you can buy a ticket on Elon's moon ship. Yeah, that would be cool. Yay, let's go to the moon. Hey, what's this, guys? Yeah, I went to the moon. The Earth is definitely a ball. I saw it from the moon. Yeah, no, yes. Calculations of the centrifugal force on the equator contradicts with rotational motion. Fluid mechanics say acceleration distorts fluid, water. There is no optical trace of this distortion on the equator, writes Waldeck. Because the place isn't turning. But try and explain that to globe links and like, no, like, wait a second, wait, look. Fluid of generally the same level of viscosity in the north and the south as the equator. It's not like more viscous at the equator. Generally the same amount, okay? Less gravity pulling down, but also less centrifugal force pushing away on your spinning globe. But at the equator, a lot more centrifugal force, but not a lot more gravitational force. A fraction more gravity, a lot more centrifugal. What's going on? But, you know, that's globelings. They like fantasy. Danny Diesel. Oh, wow. That should be cool. Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, folks, that's it. Oh, I heard a rumor from Olympus Blown whilst listening out on my cosmic phone. I heard a rumor that there's an imposter back on YouTube. Being promoted already. Not getting subs very quickly, considering the promotion. We all know who I'm talking about, a transgender imposter. Yeah, so this transgender goes on a channel, 1,800 views, but only 400 subscribers. Well, isn't that telling you that, like, a lot of the people who watched just couldn't be bothered subscribing? Oh, that's got to be a blow to your ego, narcissist. Anyway, there you go. Oh, also, just an interesting thing. I haven't really checked into this, but this comes from Rock Lover, and I have no reason to really doubt it. Apparently, that imposter bought a property in the US where it now lives at the time when that imposter came to see me saying it was destitute. Like, oh, it's almost like the whole thing was a farce. Yeah. Brandon Cook, thanks Antonio, was magic. What was magic? That bit. Fantasy, yes. Yes, it is magic. Ty Holding, can you explain why moonlight is cooling? Kind of, yeah. I'll explain it in detail in the next book. For now, you can take this. Picture a tube. Picture inside the tube an Archimedes screw. Okay, and this shape is what they call waves. Okay, gravitational waves or light waves or sound waves or whatever waves. Any transfer of information, of energy, of any type. As light comes this way, as a corkscrew spins, there's a counter spin or reverse spin. In the real world, we call this gravity and levity, okay, along the same paths. So, moonlight comes, heat goes along the same paths. So when people try and figure it out, they go, no, I don't understand because I don't understand. Yeah, it's because they have the wrong theory of light, which is what the next book is partly about. It's about a massive thing, and light is part of it. But yeah, that's my explanation. Just think of an Archimedes screw transmitting information back, which is what it does. Not just in force in one direction. The fact that it spins this way causes like a wake, and the wake is what goes back. The wake is the small hole in the yin yang, the white on the black. That's the wake. The information going in the opposite direction, which is lesser and weaker, smaller. And that's why things that float don't float quite the same as things that fall. Harmon Walker, how are you? Yes, I have my passport. So, Harmon Walker, I remember what I said. You said yesterday you were going to check out Globebusters. What did you think of their excuse? I skimmed through. I heard discussion on Gyroscope, but I didn't hear much on the Sun. I just kind of skipped ahead. So if you're asking about their discussion of the Sun, which is I think is what you're asking about, I didn't hear it. But you know, what can I say? I find the whole thing quite boring. Start listening, it's like Iri Landucci. Oh, this boring heck. Oh, look, let's skip ahead. Oh, Freemasonry again. Oh, wow, that is just amazing, fascinating, so new information. Mud flood. Yes, but hey, Cubester, Vortex Math. Yes, sir. But you don't have to engage with the math. You can engage with the direction, just with the concept of directionality. Danny Diesel, Tataria, amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. I watched a little bit of Martin Lidker today. He's talking about, from a recent thing, he's talking about how this TV show, Morty and whatever it's called, how they say the words reset. And there you go, planting it in everyone's brains. Preset. So the word planting it in everyone's brains. Like, do you think that you continuously saying, sorry, reset, you continuously saying reset might be planting it in people's brains? Anyway, there's no such thing as a reset. There is no reset. There never has been, and there never will be a reset. If anything, it's a rearrangement, or what you might call growth. But reset. No, no reset. Reset is when you finish playing a game of chess and you reset the board, going back to the beginning. If you don't go back to the beginning, you have not reset. We're trying to explain that to that bunch of dim-dims. Madame Medusa writes, Karen B was having a rant. She said how hard it is to make maps. And a man who has put out a FE map has got it all wrong and was telling people not to waste your money on him. What money? They're freely available. On Patreon, it's almost like she's trying to cover up Madame Medusa. Yes, and that's what she's doing. It's so difficult to draw maps. Yes, it is. It is. It's doable. But you can't use the same matrix by which the globe was arrived at, because if you do, you'll end up with the Gleasons. That's what I said 3 years ago to a group of people who were taking all kinds of readings, who were trying to redraw, and I said, what matrix are you using? Because if you're using that long a set for the globe, you're going to redraw the Gleasons. But hey. And the truth is, you can draw it using, well, land size and actual distance, and through that work out how the sun works. It's amazing, really. Like if you think of Eratosthenes, he's looking at the sun and going, aha, so the earth is round. Instead of going, the heck is the sun? How's it working? We have to remember he lived in a region where only a couple of centuries earlier, they thought that the sun was pulled across the sky by a god on a chariot. And every night it would go underground and fight to the death and then come up in the morning. So that was their world. The Greeks inherited all of that. So, yeah, so that happened. Eratosthenes looks at the sun and instead of going, how does the sun work? He goes, I think the sun is telling us the earth is round. Like, not really. No. I think you're looking and going, hey, I think there's divergence from the sun's rays. Maybe the sun isn't really there. That kind of thing. But hey. Danny Diesel, I watched the bad guys know your know your enemy, and they work overtime. Try not to say your name and a few others. Yes, they do. They go out of their way to not say Eric Dubay, Matt Powerland, Antonio, and others. They just go out of their way to just not mention it. But unfortunately for them, they also can't mention anything that has been found that's profound by either Dubay, Powerland, or me. They can't mention it because then people say, oh yeah, that's what Dubay was saying, or that's what Powerland was saying. So they don't say, maps are very difficult to draw. Like, well, it's done. No, it's wrong. Like, how are you establishing that it's wrong? What matrix are you superimposing on it that tells you it's wrong? Well, that you're a rapist. That kind of thing. Officer Blackman, did you talk about Ramshackle Imposter being back on YouTube? I did, only a few minutes ago. Nobody cares, nobody is going to care. And when they see the face, they go, oh, Antonio put it into the collective unconscious and actually said it out loud that it had gone for a series of operations, and when it came back it would be more feminized, like the jawline would have changed. Good gosh, the jawline has changed. So, just wait and see. Wait and see, people. Danny D, so funny they have had topics I watched you talk about first. Yes, it also happens a lot to Orphan Red, to Sasha, Mensa girl. She mentioned something, in fact it happened just recently on Globebusters. She mentioned something, and then a week later, sometimes 3 or 4 days later, that would be one of the key topics that Bob Nodell goes into. Oh, I see a bit of an ego problem here. See, if there's no ego problem, then you say where the information came from, if nothing else, so that you don't take the credit, so that people don't think, you're brilliant, you found all these things. No, if you didn't find them, you're not brilliant, and you don't want people saying that about you, because it would be false. Instead it's like, no, this marine traffic, Alpha Mind. Sasha, and the information that she finds on her own, sometimes people contact her and say, take a look at this. But sometimes she's just musing, going, oh, I think I'll check this. Oh, that's interesting. And that happens. And yeah, Bob Nodell, it's what happens with the shills, folks. It's what happens with the infiltrators. That's how they act. You think Ira Landucci, all the stuff that he talks about is stuff that he has thought and found? No, of course not. Anyway, Officer Blackman, shallow ramshackle. Yes, thanks for the memory. Antonio, dame llave un segundo. Necesito pasarte una info. Creo que es relevante y acerca del polo magnético es reciente. Lo he visto ya. No es tan reciente y no está siendo escondido por las razones que dicen. Pero te doy una llave igualmente. So this person, Larry Capollas, asked for a key, a wrench, so that he can share something about magnetic field lines. I wanted to write to her. I will be buying your next book as well. You wanted to write to her? To Sasha? Cool, I hope so. Madame Medusa. Cool. But I'm banned on both of their channels, Karen and Brian. What a surprise that you're banned. You know, and if Ace McLeod ever comes in this channel immediately after, Gloatbusters. Hello, folks. And Ace McLeod, like, wherever I go, Bob pops up. Whenever I go into an enemy camp, because that's how they see things, whenever I go into an enemy camp, there's Bob going, yes, well, what are you doing here, Ace McLeod? It's so funny. It is so funny to me. Stuart Mackenzie wrote, I noticed they're still eluding you on the 24/7 stream. I don't know which 24/7 stream it is, but let me see. Five Angels. Martin is one of those lovable stoners you went to school with, neither here nor there, but on the chilled outside of life. Yes, he is. He's also a complete snake in the grass. Just thought I'd let you know that. He also threatened to have me shanked back then, because he got his wires crossed, and like, don't talk like a gangster. What the heck? And then he kind of apologized once he saw that he'd got his wires crossed. You know. Also, he knows that the imposter's an imposter, and has kind of stayed quiet about it. But never mind that. Don't really have time for that. Hi, Ant. You want the link to Math and Katie's Nature Lodge Airbnb thing here in Florida? What? Yes, I do. There's a wrench. They have an Airbnb thingy? Well, that's pretty cool. Flatland Center. Yeah. Okay, so the Spanish flat earther that I gave a wrench to, Larry Capolla. Pasa el enlace ya. Globebuster 24/7. I don't listen to it. I don't really know what they're talking about. I've given you a wrench, Rob Dizzle. Try again. Refresh and try again. So, there it is. Let me open this first. Magnetic field. No son noticias. Gracias, pero no son noticias. sí, esto unas 30 millas por año, va a acelerar más y luego se frenará. Puede que pase algo el 26 de diciembre, el día del equinoccio. Pero gracias. Estoy al tanto de todo eso. Okay. And Rob Thistle. So, Hip Camp. Thanks for that. Ah, there it is. Yes. Cool. Thanks for that. I will. It will be fun. It will be fun. I hope they don't have Wi-Fi everywhere. If so, I will be staying in the forest with the crocodiles. Well, the swamp. Be a bit surprised. Now, that would be an enterprising crocodile that hangs out in forests. GBs took about 15 min explaining why they were blamed for messing up with the gyroscope. You would be somewhat interested in that, I think. I heard it, Harmon. I heard it. Yes, I did hear it. I showed earlier why you don't even... All you have to explain is this. Just this. If your gyroscope has the shaft, the spins, pointing to north like the guy had it, then 12 hours later, let me make sure I'm showing what I think I'm showing. This is you starting, and 12 hours later you have gone round the side of the globe, if we were on a globe, and this is what would have happened to that shaft, which is perpendicular to plumb on a desk, pointing to north. It is still pointing in the same direction in space, but relative to your location, it has lifted. Okay, so this, sorry, the side that's to the north has lifted. But they don't seem to... I listened, and I didn't hear them actually discussing that. They didn't describe that. They didn't discuss that. And I think, why? These guys, surely these guys understand this. Surely this has not slipped them by because they thought of the compass on a different orientation and thought, well, the wheel's going that way, so there would be no change. Like, what the heck? I hope that's not what they've done, but who knows? Rob Thistle, their Instagram. Yeah, cool. Thanks for that. Yeah, so Stuart McKenzie writes, thanks for the PDF recommendation, Viktor Grebennikov. Makes sense now. Doesn't it just? I read that, and you see, I've been working on the next book. First, I started writing a fiction. I thought, no. The more serious one, that's what I should be working on. Because whilst I'm working on the fiction, I'm consolidating ideas and information and putting things together that's real for the real world. Thinking, put the fiction aside, focus on this. So I'm focusing on the non-fiction, and then I receive this, and I'm reading and going, oh my God, my ideas fill in so many blanks here. So many of the questions that Grebennikov had. Like, how have people missed this? And I tell you what, folks, when I put out my next book, when people read it, they'll go, oh, well, of course. It's one of those things that is so simple, it's a bit like the flat earth, you know? When people get together and looking at stars going across the sky and the things, and but there's no rotation. And people say, yeah, it's because the earth is a plane and the lights above are electromagnetic phenomena. When you're looking north, it's doing this. When you're looking south, it's doing that. It's not the result of your rotation. In fact, it's a result of rotation of great big filaments that have smaller filaments inside. Oh, it's so simple. You then go, well, of course we're not moving. That's why gyroscopes, that's why oceans don't flow to the equator. That's why all of these things. The next book I'm writing is even more fundamental than that. It is like, oh my God, this is so obviously true. The only way we miss this, I'm thinking either there's been a very concerted effort to hide this, or because they've been working on theories and nonsense, they've missed this because it answers their problems. It addresses their problems. It resolves the problems of modern cosmology and astrophysics. It resolves them. It's like, there's your dark matter. That's what it is. Anyway, flat enough. What are volcanoes, though? Volcanoes. Not everything about geology is false. Like, really, not everything is false. There is shift of tectonics. You know, there is tectonic shifting, there's subsidence. There really is in the real world. There's drag where land has been, well, growing in the real world. Not the result of mega giant diggers digging trenches. Like, really, there's fissures. It happens now in Africa. There's a region in Africa where every year they have to come and patch up about 0.5 meter of gap that appears. It just appears, put a big gap, and then and it's on roads, and they come and they fix this big gap until the next year and a half, stretches again and again and again, over and over. Yep. Oh, Rob Dissel. Hammond Walker is saying that your link is just sending him to your page. Let's see. Angel Fire. Is Bob Nodell an agent or just very low IQ? I think agent. I can't say for sure, but I think agent from the behavior. Agent, not low IQ. Agent. And Stuart McKenzie. Yeah, everybody will be able to get it. The Cabal already know how the world works, and I bet even the sun. I suspect so too. Okay, I really do. I suspect they know, but they can't just put it out there. They can't just put it out there. It's easier for them to have this flat earth thing, or people scratching their heads and people slowly putting things together, leaving a breadcrumb, a history, a path of breadcrumbs, so people can see the progression of the understanding to the point where they go, and this is what it is. Then people look and go, oh my gosh, it is. That's very good. Even to the point where powers that be might be passing information, little subtle nudges, like, here's some video of astronomers discussing stellar objects with filaments all over the place, using the words filaments. But somehow they haven't figured out. Never mind. Right, okay, Rob this up. Thanks. I've got them both open. So, yeah, cool. I'll remove your wrench now just so you feel the pressure lifting. About your book, Jenna Freda wants a copy. Well, I'm in contact with her. Why has she not said? I'll send her a copy. Yeah, I will go and see Jenna Fredo too. Yeah, look at me. Look at making all these plans. I'm going to go and knock on Dan's door. That's Flat Earth Subgenius Society. Knock, knock, knock. I mean, it won't really be a surprise because I will have had to say to him, dude, what's your address, you know? And then it would be knock, knock, knock. Hi, Jenna. And she'd be like, oh, what? Don't act all surprised. I asked for your address. I told you I was coming. It's Tuesday. Or whatever, you know. More likely to be, I'm in this cafe. Oh, cool. Panjatsu Irats map. Yeah, you can if you want. I have some interesting maps. I have some interesting maps. Oh, right. So, thanks to the discussion that Danny Diesel and I had the other day, I've had some really good feedback. And I'm thinking, and people have said, hey, you should do that more often, you know, just have people jump on and chat about whatever they want to chat about. And I thought, I will do. When I finish what I'm working on now, I will. That's it. That's exactly what I will do. I will say, good, okay, I'm on, I'm going to discuss this, if anybody wants to jump in, and if not, just sit there while I discuss it, and then when I finish, I say, right, anybody want to jump in? And I'll either paste a link in the chat directly, or ask people to email me, and I'll pass it to them through the email. And there you go, and they can just chat about whatever they want to chat. And yeah, and obviously Danny Diesel is welcome back. Anybody. The main reason I'm not doing it now is that I will keep putting off the more important work, and it is more important. I'm not saying, Antonio, you're migrating to another platform, HS Dark Rise. No, I'm not. Not unless you call the world of writing on physical paper another platform. But no. Is your map trademarked? I can't tell you that. It's copyrighted, that's for sure. And nobody can trademark something that's been copyrighted by somebody else. So, yeah. Oh, wait. I have to okay this. Patty or Furniture Rise was just enjoying Red's takedown debunk your BS. You're such a moron. I know you are, but what am I? Is he Patty or Furniture? You might, instead of jumping in and just shouting stuff, you might rewind the video that you're now watching to the start and then go and scratch your head. In fact, I tell you what I'll do, just for you. I will re-show it. No, I won't, because it's not fair on all the people that have watched it. You, Patty O Furniture, rewind this video and play it. That's right. And also, if you don't understand what you're talking about, better you just stay quiet. End of Fire, best time to see Niagara Falls sitting on the Niagara Escarpment from Toronto is in the spring. Huh. I tell you what I would like to do. I would like to go to Toronto and film Jenniferado filming me. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. It's like, hello museum, do you mind if I go up to your roof? What for? I want to flash a light over the US. Have you got permission to do that? Yes. Are you sure? How dare you ask me that? That's almost abusive. That's almost offensively abusive. Yeah, that would be cool. Hey, what's that little light there at Toronto above the museum? Oh, that's Antonio. And there's my footage from the museum. Hey, see that line over there? See that flashing light? That there is Jenniferado. That's right. Oh no, but the light is bending for the globe. So it's this Patty or Furniture. Anything you post can be debunked because you're factually incorrect. Look, Patty or Furniture. Oh, I'll tell you what, I can do that now because I've still got it open. Look with your eyes, okay? Just look with your eyes. Look. See this here? This here is marinetraffic.com. You can see my cursor moving around in a counterclockwise circle, stopping on this fishing boat in Antarctica. Go and factually correct that. Now, where has the data to place that in the landmass of Antarctica come from? Well, let's hover. Position received via satellite. Oh no! You see why you guys are so stupid? I've called this rakes everywhere. Rakes! Because everywhere you guys stand, there's a rake that just looms up and whacks you in the face. Like that little clip about Antarctica having a ship fishing on the mainland. That's right, because that's where fish are. You know, they just are. They're on the mainland. I don't mind the convenience and stuff like that, or unrealisticness. But hey, there you go. Enjoy that patio furniture. Patio furniture. You continue to be a moron. Okay. So, patio furniture. Go and take a little time. Consider what you've just seen and breathe. Okay? Just consider what you've just seen and breathe. Hey, what's going on? There. Complete. Just, these people are... The desperation. Just the desperation that these guys show. Is it he or her? Cooler Dave, why only mechanical gyros give us correct observation? Optical ones are affected by EM dielectric fields. Mechanical gyros do not give correct observation. I've shown in this very hangout what they should give. Okay, there should be this lifting of the z-axis, and there isn't. Huh. Bruno. Hello to all in chat. Hello, Bruno. Engine Fire tracking the CSL Welland as it travels Lake Erie and Lake Ontario with Jenna would be a treat. She's got some pick in Lake Erie. She's an excellent photographer, I tell you what. She is. She's damned good. No, not damned good. She's blessedly good. Yeah, that's nicer. Right, Sherlock's Apprentice. Weather is weird here in southern China. Last week dropped to 7 degrees Celsius. This week back up to over 20 degrees Celsius, and it's supposed to be winter. That's peculiar indeed. It's been around 7 degrees here for in the evening, towards the end of the day, to go up to 20 degrees. Keep your eyes, Sherlock's Apprentice, keep your eyes on the 26th of December, the eclipse. Just keep your eyes open, because the Chinese, who have a history of building dams before disasters, before massive catastrophes, have gone to, well, there's a lot of them in Australia where they're building dams. Surprise, surprise. And they're in Africa and they're in South America. The Chinese, of the peoples of the earth, the Chinese are the one culture that has, without a break in continuity, a long thread of history. You know how the Egyptians in Egypt right now have a huge break in their history with the Egyptians from before that, the dynastic Egyptians? They have a break in that history. The Chinese don't have a break in their history. So, yeah. They tried to impose a break. The Catholics tried to impose a, oh, how about you start telling the story this way? Just take these pieces out. But it's there. They didn't manage it. But they tried. Hey, why don't you follow the same narrative that we follow? We're making South America do it. Angel Fire writes, and she's very nice too, of Jenna Fredo. I don't doubt it. I've had some really nice exchanges with her. Dan Ice writes, the imposter is back. Nobody really seems to care. Kizzy Johns writes, China contains numerous districts and languages. It's huge. It is huge. It used to be bigger. And they know it. And not to the north. They know it. The reason their compass is traced south, pointing south, that the south was the place to watch, is because the south is the place that gets smaller. That's right, I just said it. The south, the South China Sea going up, that's what they're watching for. That's what they've been watching. They know, we know, off the coast of China, there is, between China, Japan, all of that region, buried cities, underwater temples. Coast of India, buried cities, underwater temples. Yeah. P. Murray Level Earth writes, I think the sky colour is more vibrant lately, especially in the sunrise and sunset, and even more so in the winter times. I don't know, I've not seen the sunrise and sunset lately very much. Angel Fire found some interesting old South America maps showing difference between distance to Africa. Pass me an email. That would be interesting. Cooler Dave, what's the difference between the difference between the mechanical and the optical gyros? So the mechanical gyro you can see, literally see moving. The optical gyros, you have to understand the principles of what the data is telling you. That's the main difference. So, and the truth is, rewind this, I explained it in this. I also explained it yesterday. Sorry, I don't mean to be dismissive. It's just, it breaks the flow when I have to like go back over things already that I've mentioned not long ago. Kizzy Jones, first Jesuit missionaries were astonished to find certain people automatically crossing their food. Okay, I tell you what, there's some interesting records from the Chinese going to Persia, going to Rome, going to everywhere, going to these places and keeping records and explaining how things are. And then also missionaries from Persia going to China, from Rome going to China, and what they write, what they explain. Okay, sorry, I'm like transfixed with the chat. Folks, I'm going to bail. I meant this to be like a half-hour kind of thing, and I think it's been a bit longer than half an hour. Yeah, it's closer to an hour and a half, maybe-ish. Tell you what, I had a pain in the backside trying to set this up since YouTube changed things and StreamYard and whatnot. So, but it's fixed now. And I think I will stick with OBS. I know it better. So, unless I'm having guests on, in which case I'll see if I can recover that StreamYard thing. Sherlock's Apprentice, time to rewind again then. yeah, if you didn't see the start. We've got to take off. Big love to you, Rob Diesel. Yeah, I'm not joking when I say about coming over for a few days. I would love to have a big, long chat with Matt. I would, and with you. But it's like, so the best way for that to happen, just the nicest way, is to do it in person. Mark Hannon, right, thanks Antonio, good one. Thank you, Mark Hannon. Right, folks, that's it. I'm going to bail. I hope you enjoyed this. The globe link's in the chat. just rewind and pay attention, and then see yourself making excuses. You'll find yourself making excuses, and whilst you're making the excuses, you should have this key word in your mind: excuses. You're making excuses. So when you're trying to rationalize and make excuses, the word "you're making excuses," those words "you're making excuses" will pop into your consciousness because you just heard me saying them. And that's what will happen. Then you might come back to my channel and go, oh my gosh, he made a hangout called Excusing the Excuses. But that's what I've just been doing. I've been telling myself reasons to excuse the excuses, because, well, if this isn't right, then the earth is flat, and the earth is not flat, so this must be right. See how that goes? It's wrong. The earth is flat, and sooner or later you'll realize. And when you do, all of the time you spend procrastinating and debating and disagreeing and in anger against flat earthers, you will just delete it. You'll go, oh, yeah, I used to be a globeling. Ugh. Just like so many flat earthers. Anyway, there you go. Remember, every single new flat earther is one less of you. It's not there's a third camp of undecideds. The whole world, globe. Small group of flat earthers. Every single flat earther is one less globeling. Our numbers are growing, which means your numbers are falling. Sorry, but that's how things are. Okay, shalom everyone.